Let me go back over this one more time. God gave me a vision in 1998 as this storm of a cloud was chasing me. It came up out of the earth, building up on the earth, spinning over. And as I stood and watched this, it had some cloud over, and it looked like a giant wheel or a giant steamroller. And as it began to turn over toward me and chase me, as it began to catch up to me, a concrete block wall appeared in front of me. I ran through the opening of the wall and hid behind the wall, and as this black-looking cloud emerged up at this wall, it was white-looking cloud-looking hands hiding in this here black cloud, which came out of the black cloud and dismantled the wall and exposed me to the wrath of the black cloud. As I began to run again for a third time, I didn't down to a wall, and I looked for another black concrete block wall to deflect the storm and was hoping to lose the strength. I met a pack of wolves coming out of the east, coming to the west, and I was then trapped between the storm of the cloud and the wolves. And I said, either I continue to run toward the east or to reverse and run toward the west and get consumed by the storm. As I reversed direction and ran into the storm, I caught wings and I flew out of the storm and above the wolf. Well, the white cloud looking hands is our justice system, which act as is against for us, but it is against us. To secretly in dark places, God gave me this here before I even knew that it was a force called black water. The vision. This white cloud looking hand was the one that God said was tearing down. It was tearing down the walls and exposing me to the wrath of the black cloud. This was the justice system, and I found out this truth, and it's still happening even of the day because I found eavesdropping devices in my house. Strange phone calls coming, trying to expose me to the wrath of the black cloud, which is black water and organized crime, hate groups, hired by the United States government, the civilized part, to take and use as a weapon against the people that don't like the United States of America, using them against peoples without giving them a fair trial of due process. I said the other day that you can't now take a venomous serpent and put him in your home and use him as a guard dog. Blackwater is a venomous serpent. Organized crime is a venomous serpent. Drug dealers are a venomous serpent. You can't make him a part of your habitat as a guard dog, because sooner or later when he gains his full strength and his authority, he's going to take and make war on you when he finds that he can overthrow you, and he's going to overthrow you upon his behalf. This is what we're going at right now. This was the reason God gave me this. The white cloud looking hand he gave me let me know there's a part of the justice system who had gave these people a license to kill without merits and without causing them to come to judgment. This is what opened up the gateway to hell for the citizen on the earth. As we sit and look at what's taking place in the east over there, it's knocking on the door of Jerusalem and Israel first. He told him in Ezekiel chapter 9, start at my house first. And when the end result God, they're going to come back and turn on the people that put them in power. This is what they're doing. Right now, they don't have no power. But because the people refuse to listen to the truth, that I'm speaking to them, that God commanded I take and tell them the truth, to let them know that there have been a prophet among them in Ezekiel chapter 2. They go and they listen not unto the truth. And they keep in place this vile force. called Blackwater, who devour peoples. And every time he finds somebody to know a little bit more, he taking he'll frame them. This is what he spoke of in Revelation chapter 13. Now, and I am that man, the black prophet that he sent, the black horse. He spoke about me throughout about prophet. I am the man of 666. It's not the Antichrist. This horn with the little eyes here. He is a part of the internal justice system. Have basket weaved himself in there as a trusted friend, the same as the servant was trusted among Adam and Eve. He have became trusted and his utmost trust by the United States of America, and he is the one that done this. Him and every hate group that believes like he believes. They destroy him without marriage, destroy him without honor, we're destroying without a due process of trial, as it was recommended in the law of the Constitution of the United States of America from the foundation. And by these laws being broken and made none of that, he speak lies at one table and another lie at another. They will call for that lie. But through the due process of time, as these things unfold itself, God is going to take revenge out on the United States of America, because this is their prophecy. This is what they are about. What he said for me to speak, I'm just like that prophet and king. He said, what God says, speak, that shall I speak. I will not divert my path, and I will not bow down, and I will not turn around to the adversary, because God has given him an opportunity to complete himself and be a part of the habitat of eternal life. But by his own choosing, he made a covenant with death in hell. And through that covenant, and by that covenant, he tried to force other people to take on the same covenant and destroy that which God himself have set forth. But he don't want to serve God, and he's going against every band and every nation that serve God. He killing them because he don't want to serve God, because Jesus was born a product of the black race. We is a product of the black race, the black people. He look at us, even though he deals with us, he look at us every day with a mindset of hate. He killing the peoples over there because he's angry with them and their God, because he knows that he have only a short time, and his industrialized world is crumbling as a great mountain have changed and turned to be crumbled into a pile of sand to be cast into the sea. His democratized system is going to fail because it is part of Bible prophecy. And everything this man does, he does it from the word of the living God. And these things that God said, not after he did it, but 2,000 years or more before he did this. God spoke of this matter, what he would do, how he would do it. The bombing campaign of Afghanistan, we saw that. He saw him using the World Trade Center as a building of exploitation, where he could exploit the world with their natural resource. Well, in the end, it's better if every man, every nation, having a mindset of these people, tear down their embassies all across the world and destroy every last one of them, because it's used as a racism, as a trade mechanism to inflict racism upon peoples and nations, and making the poor of the nation bow down to the weakest of the nation, taking away the fundamental rights for each man and each nation to serve their God, and making man to serve the hands